most of those people that make the transition from military into politics, they recognise that they've got that military understanding, and they might understand some of the ethos, the code and so on, but quite often it's been at a more junior level. They've then made a transition into politics. With Al Khan's, it was super quick and suddenly he's a minister.
Overnight.
I think Ben Wallace would talk about his journey through being a Scottish Member of Parliament and so on. And therefore, by the time, for most, I think, ex-military politicians, by the time you're coming to these senior posts, you've made that transition. You're in your political mode, and you just, you're both in two different roles. And that what actually happens, and I think it happens regardless of your military background, is you then have sensible conversations. And so that's one of my other reflections. I think it's a real privilege as the Chief of Defence or as the Permanent Secretary to be able to have difficult conversations with the Prime Minister, the Chancellor, the Defence Secretary about some of the difficult issues, particularly around money. But you then have to respect that privilege, and that allows you to walk around the corridors of power, and that is something that you then don't search for column inches in the media. I think so. The crucial bit for the relationship, I think, is the ability to have sensible and frank conversations and the respectfulness of that privilege. And that, on the whole, has been my experience. And I'm really grateful for that. And I commend various prime ministers and various defence secretaries for allowing that to happen.